US-India ties have never been stronger, and I think that they've really taken off under Modi. I expect that this upward trajectory is going to continue. India is objectively an extremely important country around the world. Its economy, in terms of its size, is currently ranked number 7. By 2030, which isn't very long from now, it's only 7 years from now, India is expected to assume the number 3 spot. So it will be the United States and China and India. This is driven by the fact that India has the largest population size in the world and continues to grow. Its economy is also doing very well compared to other economies around the world. It is true that Modi and Biden have a strong relationship, but it's a testament to the importance of the US-India relationship. I think that the bilateral relationship is extremely important, both to India as well as to the United States. I don't think that it is dependent on Joe Biden. In many ways, Biden and Modi are going in opposite directions. Modi is currently listed as the most popular head of state of any country, whereas Joe Biden's approval ratings are at about 39% within the United States. Modi was recently in the United States for a major official state visit. It was a very big deal for India as well as for the United States. I actually had the fortune of being invited to meet with Prime Minister Modi during that summit, actually in New York City. India is very much a rising power around the world. The United States recognizes this and wants to firm up the relationship. India is also not just close with the United States, of course, but close with many countries around the world. India is a very important member of what we call BRICS. There's also another grouping that's made up of the United States and India and the UAE and Israel. That's also an important grouping. There's also another grouping India is part of called the Quad, which includes Australia and Japan. And so it's well known that India is this rising power. There's even talk of India joining the UN Security Council. And I think that that's really a testament to the growth which we've seen accelerated under Modi. I have a lot of respect for India's foreign policy because it tends to be driven by what we call realism. And it's not as infected by unrealistic, ideological, sort of crusading, imperialistic thinking. And so, for this reason, India often steers an interesting course when it comes to foreign policy. Even though India is a strong and growing ally of the United States, that doesn't mean that India reflexively rubber stamps every single US foreign policy. And that has been the case, particularly with respect to Russia, and even going back to the Soviet Union during the Cold War, where in a sense it was non-aligned. I agree with India's position on this, frankly, even more than my own, government officials, which is that the emphasis really needs to be on a quick and peaceful resolution to the conflict in Ukraine. Modi is correct to emphasize that we need talks and we need a speedy resolution. I think that the slogan for this summit is One Earth. And that's important because the G20 brings together the largest economies, the largest national economies, 19 of the largest national economies, plus the EU. And the so-called global south can easily be forgotten when you bring together countries like this, which are in the upper crust around the world. And I think that it's important that Modi is hosting this event because he has a deep interest in raising up all of the countries in the global south. And indeed, India is seen as a leader within the global south, in countries in South America and in Africa, for example. And so I think that Modi is doing a good job of shining light in important areas of the world which historically have been neglected.